Hi, my name is Squeaky, and in this video I want to show you how you can make so every message in your Twitch chat will be read out loud using TTS or text-to-speech. But before we do that together step by step, I just want to give a quick demo of what I'm talking about. So I'm going over to my Twitch channel here, and as you can see I have my Twitch chat here, and it will be a weird demo because I'm the only one in my Twitch chat right now. But the point is that everything that is being typed in chat will be read out loud using TTS. So if I type "this is a test,"
Special Agent Squeaky says this is a test.
I type "will be read out loud."
Special Agent Squeaky says everything I type will be read out loud.
So you can customize this how you want to. You can decide who will trigger the TTS, if it should only be yourself, it should be subscribers or mods or VIPs, and you can specify so that everyone gets their own voice, so they'll have different voices depending on the person who's talking. So this was just a quick demo, but I think you get the point of what the idea is. Okay, so to set this up, it is actually very easy to do that. So I run a project called Free-TTS-For-Streamers.com, and one of the features of this, or one of the tools of this website, is called the automatic chat reader, and that is what we're going to do today. So it says here, customize and automatically read everything written in chat using text-to-speech TTS. So this is the tool we're going to use. So what I'm going to do here is to scroll all the way up here again. Then I'm going to log into this website using my Twitch account. So I'm going to press on this Twitch login button. I'm going to log in here with my account. And once I've logged in, I'm going to scroll down to this automatic chat reader here again. And I'm going to click on manage. And from here, I'm going to scroll all the way down here until it says create new browser source. And here I have to select which version I want. So there are two versions I can choose from. The one is the premium version that uses high quality AI voices. And these are voices from, AWS, Google, Microsoft. So they are really good voices, but they will consume something called premium tokens. And the second version is a free version that will use the free voices, which is totally free, but they will sound more robotic. So you can decide yourself which version you want to use. If you have a chat, for example, and you've only selected that certain users may use the TTS, for example, only mods or VIPs, you might go for the premium version. But if the idea is that everyone should be able to talk and use TTS, it could be a good idea to use the free version because it won't cost you anything. But in our demo here, we're going to use the premium version here just to use all the languages. So I'm going to select premium version and then create a new browser source. So once the browser source has been created here, there are a bunch of things we can do here. So it says here, add the browser source URL to OBS Studio. We're going to do that, but we're not going to do it right now. We're going to look at all the settings first. So the first thing we need to do is select the voices here. And it says here, select at least one voice you want to be used when reading the text. If you select multiple voices, each user will get their own voice. So for example, let's say you have a user called Batman and you have another user called Robin. Every time Batman types, they will have their own voice and Robin will have its own voice. So it won't be random, it will be connected to the user. So like I said a few moments ago, there are three voices here, and these are the three voices you can choose. They sound a bit robotic. We can try one here.
Hello streamer. You look amazing today. Keep on being Pog.
So this is English United Kingdom. And if you scroll all the way down here, you will see the premium voices. And these are like hundreds of voices you can choose from all kinds of different languages. Most likely your native language is in this list here because this list is so huge. But what I'm going to do here is to try to find English. And I'm just going to select a few voices here. So I'm just going to take Ashley, Isabel, and Jenny, for example. Okay, so let's continue with the settings here. So down here, you can select the user roles, which should trigger the TTS. So right now, the TTS won't be triggered at all because nothing is selected. But if you want certain user groups, you just simply toggle here. So for example, I want the broadcaster and I want the moderators. But if you want, you can have like subscribers, you can have primes, you can have founders. You can choose and pick whatever user groups you want to have yourself. But in this case, I'm just going to take the moderators and broadcasters. The next setting is that if you want the TTS only to be triggered by a specific prefix, meaning if the sentence the user types in chat starts with a certain word or character, for example, an exclamation mark. Here you can specify a prefix the chat message needs to start with in order to be read out loud. So we can actually try this. So let me add the exclamation mark here. And in reverse, you can add an ignore prefix. So you can specify everything should be TTS, but not if it starts with a certain prefix here. And here you can type in whatever you want as well. But we're going to skip this for this demo. And down here, you can specify the message template for the TTS. By default, it says user says message, but you can have whatever you want to. For example, you can remove the says here and just have a colon. You can also specify banned users. For example, if you have certain bots in your channel, you don't want it to trigger the TTS. You can specify the volume and the speed, and there are certain chat commands you can use as well if you want to like skip a TTS message. But I'm happy with all these settings, so I'm scrolling all the way back up here to actually grab the browser source URL. So I'm going to click here and then press on the copy button here. So the next thing I need to do is to add this in my OBS Studio. So this is my OBS Studio here, and I'm going to add a new source here called browser. So I'm going to add a browser source here, and I'm just going to name this automatic chat. And I'm going to paste in the browser source URL here and press OK. So it doesn't really matter where it is on the page here because it will never display anything. But basically this is it. This is all we need to do in OBS Studio. So I'm going to minimize this again. And then I'm going to go over to my Twitch chat here again, and we're going to try this out. So let me actually just type something here. Hello. But as you notice, nothing will be said because we actually had the trigger prefix here. Let me see here, trigger prefix. And it was an exclamation mark. So in order for it to be TTS, it needs to start with an exclamation mark. So if I type in exclamation mark and then hello, we should be able to hear this.
Special Agent Squeaky, hello.
And this is cool. So let me actually remove this here again, restore to default. So it becomes empty. And I'm going to change the message template here to something more interesting. And I'm going to type, you have a message from user. And it gets saved. But we need to actually refresh the browser source in OBS Studio. So I'm going to open up my OBS Studio again. Right click, take properties, refresh cache. Okay, so it's backloaded here again. And I'm going to try this here again. See if I type in, how are you today?
You have a message from Special Agent Squeaky. How are you today?
Okay, so this is all I wanted to show in this video here. Like I said, this is just one of the tools of the project I am hosting here called Free-TTS-For-Streamers.com. If you thought that this video was useful, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you have comments, feel free to add them below or join the Discord and share your feedback. And with that, I wish you a continued great day.